What's up, guys? I'm in my camper, obviously. It's Brad. Brad Neal Hikes the Trail. 6 months ago, I gave you a little tour. This video is all about the build. Not, however, an instructional or how-to video. I just want to share. Okay? So, it took about a year to build it. Still building. I had no idea what I was doing, but I had a plan and a whole lot of graph paper. I was actually able to plan out the entire project on graph paper, and with that, I began to shop for a frame. It all started out easy enough. I purchased a used Coleman pop-up off of Craigslist for only $200. I demolished it, of course, and the seller even delivered it to me. I wire brushed it, I sanded it, I treated the rusty areas, I primed it, and I painted it. Good as new. I followed the frame of the trailer with 3/4 inch sticks of wood. This created a torsion box structure for my floor. I filled in the gaps with 3/4 inch foam board insulation and sandwiched it in between a 3/4 inch piece of plywood across the bottom and 1/4 inch plywood on top. Probably a little overkill. So after that, I flipped the whole thing over, coat it in fence post paint, slide the wheel well covers back on, and return the floor to the trailer frame to be bolted down. To finish the floor, all I did was glue some coin grip flooring on top, leaving space around the edges to attach the walls. The walls, also 3/4 inch plywood, with an additional 9 inches added to the top for headroom. I then cut out holes for the windows, light switches, wires, and as many holes as I could for the insulation and to save weight in the overall structure. I stained and polyurethaned some Luan and laminated the interior of the walls with that. The decorative molding was then added and the walls were attached. I built the frame for this bed directly to the walls, thinking additional support. Seems pretty sturdy. Now, these walls sit directly on the floor. I attached them with pocket screws. The ceiling is more Luan. I painted it first, and then horizontally started placing it directly on top of the walls. I took ratchet straps all the way around the camper and slowly started clamping down on that Luan to get it to bend. This took about 2 weeks. I went ahead and added beams across the seams of the Luan in the ceiling to hold it in place for the time being while I got the exterior walls glued on. I caked the sides of this camper in wood glue and simply screwed the walls up. Now, unlike the interior walls that sit directly onto the floor, the exterior walls, the 1/4 inch plywood, goes from the bottom of the floor all the way to the very top of the camper, like a shell, if you will, covering the entire face. Then I added the rest of the roof support beams and made sure I drilled all my holes for wires and put down a layer of, well, mold killer. And then laid down 1 inch of styrofoam insulation. On top of that 1 inch of styrofoam insulation, I laid all my wires. On top of that, one more 1 inch layer of styrofoam insulation. That got me ready to close the roof up. Again, from front to back, I dropped on horizontal pieces of Luan and used ratchet straps to slowly bend them down. This time, I got some pretty severe cracking. I was able to fill the cracks and sand them down. So, after everything was all nailed tight, I polyurethaned the entire camper and sealed all the seams. I used a router to get all my holes cut flush for the ceiling fan, windows, door, lights, and it was just butyl tape and screws to attach all those things. Then I used 3M90 extra strength contact adhesive to laminate the whole camper in Phylon. I used the router again to cut out the ceiling fan and windows and door all flush. I then attached the ceiling fan, windows, door, aluminum trim around the edges, all the marker lights, tail lights, the license plate holder, license plate light. These were all attached with nothing but butyl tape and screws. That's about it, guys. I put ottomans inside. One holds the battery, the other provides additional storage. I hung a TV on the wall. I built a small custom sink. It's got an electric motor. There's a tongue box from Harbor Freight on the tongue. And yeah, that's about it as far as the actual construction of the camper. The solar and electrical and everything else, if you're curious or interested, I can do a whole video on all of that. Let me know in the comments below. I like comments. So maybe some more videos in the future when I actually take it out on the road. And hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.